Hey guys, and I hope you've all had a fantastic first quarter. I know, it's been quite a while again, and I apologize. I've been working on a few personal projects, and I've also been trying to sort out my collection. But here, I hope it's been worth the wait, because I am going to review this. Possibly one of the coolest dragons in the McFarlane series. As soon as I saw pictures of him, I knew I had to get him. However, he wasn't easy to find and isn't likely to be one of the cheaper dragons you'll get on eBay. Look here and you'll see why. You have a classic looking dragon, wings spread, roaring, and a bright green we haven't seen much of in McFarlane at all, which is a bit surprising considering green is one of the commonest colors in dragon depictions. For example, the St. George dragon. In front, you can see the very vibrant green color and also very sharp orange highlights in the forearm spines, the wingtips, and also around the head. This is one of the few dragons that I feel displays well in box, the box being clear and not yellowed as you'll find in many McFarlane dragons nowadays. But I'm not going to waste him that way. No way. We're going to open him up and set him up in all his fighting glory. So here we are. The Series 5 Berserker comes in 4 parts. You have both wings, the base, quite an elaborate base this time, and the main part of the dragon. Now, as soon as I got him open, I knew that this was going to be another long review, because there is a lot to like about this dragon, and so of course quite a bit to say. Let's talk about the main body first. Interestingly, the dragon itself is rather slender. You can best appreciate this from the side, where you can see there's really not much mass to the body at all. The arms are thin, even spindly. In fact, the only place with appreciable muscle bulk would be here in the back, where you can see quite well developed lats, and also this hump, which is suggestive of a lot of powerful muscle powering the wings. Now, the color on this is really pleasing. There hasn't been a really green dragon in the McFarlane line up to this point, and just to have one is a pleasure. And such a vibrant green it is too. The color fades from dark green dorsally to a bright green on the majority of the animal, and then it fades to a very pale green in the bottom, the underside of the tail, and also the hands and feet. But all the tones of the green are really pleasing. The underbelly, however, fades to a very dirty brown. That's almost disturbing, as if it's soiled itself. But what makes it better is that it has a striped scheme, as you can see here. Very, very nice. Not just the body, but this striped scheme is also echoed down here in the feet and in the hands. And you really see, it's really nice to see these very pleasant bands going across the pale green. The stripes remind me of a tiger, a green tiger. In fact, maybe this one. Really, the dark on dark of the black on green makes it look especially badass. But wait, there's more. A second contrast in the form of orange accents here on the sides of the animal. Just a little dash here. And also, you can see the dragon is spiked from nose all the way down to tail. And all these spikes are a nice bright orange. This is quite a spiky animal actually. You've got spikes on the eyebrow ridges. And also these rather Batman looking like forearm spikes. Now all these protuberances are orange, making for a very interesting contrast. Interestingly, you'll see that the tail here forks, and as it does so, these spikes become smaller and smaller, but also transition to being black. So this black on green very nicely balances the black stripes on green over here. And I really like this balance. Like the Eternal, this is also a very detailed dragon, though the scalation is of a different sort. Now, unlike, if you recall, the very geometrical shapes in the Eternal, like these triangular pieces, these quadrilateral pieces, and here, even at the bottom, the Berserker dragon has a more organic, nodular look to its scalation. Well, I love the way the green actually helps to highlight these details. And actually, in some places, you see what looks like a really fine mosaic of scales, but actually, many of these individual pieces jut out to quite a large degree. So they actually resemble more like actual nodules, and this gives it an intricate, armored look to the animal, and that's really nice. Look at that. Now, I'd be happy enough with this, but this isn't just a blanket affair, because if you look at the feet, for instance, you'll see details like the, let me show it to you here, like the malleolus, which is the ankle bone, the extensor tendons on the dorsum of the feet, and even the Achilles tendon and calf muscles. And each of these features then have the nodule sculpted above them. Underneath, you have what look like a network of veins. And there's also something very, very unusual here on the tail of the animal. Now, if you look closely, you'll see these little lumps. I don't know what these structures are. Perhaps could be parasites like leeches, or just a different structure, but it's not symmetrical on both sides. Not symmetrical on both sides. Look at how it's got a different textured pattern. Cross veins this time, and even though it's really a small structure, they didn't really have to do this. But the fact they did, you know this is yet another dragon into which a lot of thought has been put into the design. And this thing just screams detail. And you actually have to hold it to look at the sharpness of the teeth. Very, very nicely, very, very finely sculpted. And then, a final example, look inside the mouth. You'll see the ridges on the roof of the mouth and also on the floor. Oh damn, look at that. There's even what looks like an uvula inside. So that's really, really nice.